Well, today marks exactly 2 years since the Norfolk Southern train derailment in East Palestine. Vice President JD Vance, Governor Mike DeWine, and Ohio Senators Bernie Moreno and former Lieutenant Governor John Husted traveled to talk with residents, survey cleanup efforts, and talk with reporters.
And that includes our Annabelle Childers, who was there and is live with us now. So, Annabelle, I know the Vice President said a lot, but what were his main points?
Well, Vice President Vance said over and over again that this administration is not going to forget East Palestine, and East Palestine is going to be a priority. He says that means prioritizing the environmental cleanup efforts, but also investing in the long-term economic health of this area. Now, Vance said when this disaster initially happened, the primary focus was on safety needs, making sure the water and air quality were safe. But as time has gone on, people here are seeing huge issues continue with economic prosperity. Vance says he spoke with residents today who say their local retail, oil, and gas businesses are struggling. He says the administration is promising to step in.
And I'm not going to be able to take away the 2 years of economic pain that have been caused by this train disaster, but you do now have a government that cares about you, that's going to work on these problems, and isn't going to snap its fingers and fix everything, because that's not how any of this works, but is going to fight every single day to make sure you get the infrastructure, the redevelopment aid, and certainly the health and environmental aid that you need to get back on your feet.
Now, Vance promised the Trump administration is going to work to ensure rail companies like Norfolk Southern foot the bill when these disasters happen. He says many of the compensation promises made by the company still have not been paid out, which is obviously very concerning to the people waiting on those financial reparations. Now, today, Vance also addressed some questions about the Rail Safety Act, a piece of legislation introduced in the immediate wake of this disaster in response to it. And at 5 o'clock, we're going to share what he had to say about that and the future of the bill.
All right, Annabelle Childers live for us from East Palestine right now. Thank you so much. And coming up in the next half hour of 3 News at 4, our Lindsay Buckingham is also in East Palestine today, and she's learning more from neighbors there about how they are doing 2 years after the derailment and what they would like to see done next.